Why are you yelling out like that? Did no one hug you when you were little? What kind of weird shit is going on here? I tried to sort through this because you're f***ing up the show. You understand that, right? Then once you turn around and look at there's 2,000 other people besides you. You know that, right? I'm talking to you. Why do you feel like it's a good idea to just yell shit out? Because you have a limited mind, right? Is that what it is? Do you wish that things had gone better and you got the attention that you feel you deserve, but it didn't work out that way? So you just cry out everywhere. Just cry out. Because you don't give a f about other people. You think about your own little baby self, you big old grown-up baby. Is that what's going on? You've been skating by in your life, ruining shit, without anybody beating the f out of you. So here you are.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and I hope you're having a tolerable Monday. I think that's the most reasonable solution. Maybe your sports ball team won, or maybe it lost, or maybe you're sitting at your desk right now trying to grind through the longest day of the week. Either way, I'm very thankful you tuned in today as our march to 1 million subscribers continues. 1 million by the end of the year if you subscribe today. So make sure you click that red button down below the video. Now, Spotify employees probably having what can only be described as an extended meltdown. Every week, seemingly turning up the pressure on Spotify to force them to censor Joe Rogan. Now, it first started out as, we didn't like this episode, and we're going to also block a few episodes from making the platform. Now we've reached to full-blown demands of censorship. And I don't like censorship. You know what I do like is awesome art for your wall by this channel sponsored Display. Huge shout out to this video sponsor, Display. This month, we're celebrating comics in all the right ways. Displays are high quality prints on metal. You can get them with a matte finish. You can get them with the glossy finish. You can see I've picked out a couple of my favorite comic book themed displays behind there, but they don't just have displays for comics. They have them for nature, they have different cartoons, they have anime, they have movies, they have basically anything you can imagine on a display, which mounts magnetically to your wall so you don't have to drill holes. I myself have accumulated a nice big collection of these, so once a month I swap them in, swap them out. I have seasonal ones I can put up, take down, and Display loves you all, the Quartering's viewers, and they've given me a special discount. 1 to 2 displays you're going to get 33% off. 3 or more displays, you're getting 38% off. I don't think I've had a deal this big before. Your purchases from Display go directly to support this channel. Plus, you're going to get a great deal on some awesome stuff to put up on your walls. Christmas is coming up, dorm rooms, maybe you're home, you're stuck home, whatever your reason is, I'm sure you can find room for a couple of nice ladies like Harley Quinn up on your wall. So use my link in the pinned comment below. There's only a few days of this sale. It ends very soon on October 2nd. So pick your displays up today, pick up a couple of them, and tweet which ones you get at me on Twitter, and I'll definitely share them out. Pretty sure that's the biggest discount I've been able to offer today, so use the link in the pinned comment below. Pick up your displays, support the channel, get some awesome art on your walls. Thank you. So, Spotify employees threaten full-blown strike if Joe Rogan is not censored. Activist Spotify employees are considering full-blown strike if their demands for direct editorial oversight of the JRE aren't met. The new report that Spotify employees are extremely bothered that the music streaming platform has not censored the Joe Rogan Experience podcast. According to Digital Music News, a self-described source for music industry news and analysis, Spotify employees are so angered about Rogan's free speech that they have threatened a full-blown strike if the company does not suppress certain JRE episodes and topics. Now, this is important because Joe Rogan told us that, hey, the show is going to maintain, be under my control. We're not going to be changing anything. And I'm not sure that he's going to be able to deliver on that promise. We've already seen more than a dozen episodes featuring people like Alex Jones, Sargon of Akkad, left off the platform. And the story that we were fed, and I'm still not able to find the exact source of it, was that they were saving these episodes because they were the top 100 episodes on YouTube or something like that. Now we know that that was BS. It will remain free and the exact same show, Rogan said. Now on May 19th, Spotify announced it had reached an agreement with Rogan for a multi-year exclusive licensing deal that is reportedly worth more than $100 million, according to the Wall Street Journal. In the deal, Spotify gets the JRE full library, even though they didn't use it, which adds nearly 1,500 episodes. It will remain free. It will remain the exact show, Rogan said in an announcement on Instagram. It's just a licensing deal, so Spotify won't have any creative control over the show. Well, we know that that has already not worked out, right? We already know that that isn't the case because they chose to not platform many episodes. Quote, "They want me just to continue doing it the way I'm doing," he said. He continued, "I'm excited to have the support of the largest audio platform in the world, and I hope you folks are there when we make the switch." Rogan built a massive audience on YouTube where he has nearly 10 million subscribers and over 2.6 billion views since launching his podcast in 2009. Episodes of the podcast are currently available on YouTube, but will be removed and exclusively on Spotify by the end of the year. Rogan's first episode on Spotify aired September 1st. Immediately, fans of the massively popular podcast noticed several potentially controversial episodes were missing from the Spotify app library, including interviews with firebrands such as Alex Jones, Gavin McInnes, Milo Yiannopoulos, Charles C. Johnson, Owen Benjamin, Carl Benjamin, according to Variety. On September 16th, Spotify held an all-hands company meeting where Spotify CEO Daniel Ek addressed concerns about the alleged content that his baby employees didn't like, and that there were several JRE podcasts that were on several JRE podcasts. Some staff told the company they feel alienated by Spotify's hosting of certain JRE episodes, according to the copies of some of the questions presented to the media obtained by Motherboard. Now, of course, this is what happens when you hire babies. This is what happens when, as a company, you pander to these type of people. Imagine, I can't even imagine back like working in the machine shop, you know, going to my boss and be like, I see that we took on this client. I'm not comfortable with some of their political stances. I just want to know what you think we should do about that. You'd be shown the door faster than you could say triggered. In the case of Joe Rogan, a total of 10 meetings have been held with various groups and individuals to hear the respective concerns, X said. 3 sources reportedly told Motherboard, and some of them want Rogan removed because of things he said in the past. Others have concerns specifically over a recent episode. Eck reportedly said Joe Rogan and the episode in question have been reviewed extensively. Don't these people have work to do? The fact that we aren't changing our position doesn't mean we aren't listening. It just means we made a different judgment call. Now, the employees are allegedly demanding direct editorial oversight over the comedian's podcast. Quote, "That would include the ability to directly edit or remove sections of upcoming interviews or block the uploading of episodes deemed problematic. The employees are also demanding the ability to add trigger warnings, corrections, and references to fact-checked articles on top of the discussion by Rogan in the course of his multi-hour discussions." I mean, are you joking? I am honestly, I have lost a bit of faith in Joe because he said nothing to this point. But I really hope behind the scenes they are pushing this. By the way, here's a little bit about the employees. Spotify employees reportedly enjoy comfortable salaries in the $120,000 to $130,000 per year range, which with considerable perks and benefits, the report said. These are plum jobs in extremely uncertain economic times, making a strike a risky move. According to PayScale, Spotify pays its employees an average of $110,000. Glassdoor lists many salaries start at over $100K. Blaze TV's Dave Rubin, the host of the Rubin Report podcast, commented on the Rogan situation. The idea that any of these companies, these platforms, YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, whatever it is, are out there to defend free speech, no, that's a crazy fantasy. Oh, sorry, the idea that any of them. Rubin told Billboard. That's obviously his choice, and it sounds like it was a pretty great financial situation, meaning a lot of people aren't going to turn down. Every man has his price, and most of us, $100 million is within that range. Last week, Rogan issued a rare public apology after being criticized for a claim he got wrong. I effed up on the podcast with Douglas Murray, and he did make that mistake. He did make that mistake. And I think it's fine to apologize for that. He looked totally defeated doing it, but you should issue corrections when you make a mistake. You see, Spotify employees are now allegedly planning a full-blown strike if the company refuses to censor Joe Rogan's content. That's insanity. The chief wrote about the initial backlash among the Spotify employees earlier this week, but here's some more info for those that didn't get the chance. By the way, Spotify employees earn $120,000 to $130,000 a year. I mean, I think Joe does have certain responsibilities. He's got to be careful about spreading misinformation and issue corrections wherever reasonable within a quick amount of time. I think that's the same I would demand from any podcast that is entertainment or otherwise, that you've got to, be responsible for the things you say. I'm not saying people need to be deplatformed, but it's 100% okay to issue corrections when you're wrong. But this case is going to be really interesting to watch as it continues to mold and ball up, because I think Spotify employees are going to try to make a move here, and quite frankly, I think it's going to be one they regret, and they should probably just be happy that they're making $120,000 to $130,000 a year, while the vast majority of the rest of us don't have any salary anywhere near that. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.